Hey there everybody, redxparasite here, and welcome back to Let's Play Super Metroid. And okay, we got it. Cool. So just getting back into the swing of things. That's probably one of my favorite transports in the game. Do it in the any percent run too, just because it's one of the fastest ways to get through that room. We've got a missile right here, and then there are two more expansions up in this neck of the woods. Oops, I jumped a little bit early. But Maridia, actually not that bad of an area for how annoying it can be to navigate. Oh, cool, that is actually not easy to do. But the route for it is actually kind of fun, so I don't hate it too much. And we get a missile and a super missile, both in the same area. We're starting to get to the point where we actually have an arsenal. We have at least 150 missiles and I think more than 20 super missiles. Also, this is a 1 block wide gap. Okay, well that kind of worked out, I guess. And now we're back on track. That's about the biggest out of your way. Oops, I don't know why I canceled that. You need power bombs immediately in this room. So starting off here, we are going to Shrine Spark up, get these two expansions. Just because this is the best time to do it. There are pitfall blocks right there in the middle, so make sure you jump over them. I was doing a run recently where I accidentally fell down them, and then I was having trouble getting back up to this area because some of those snails got in the way of me shine sparking. And so I got stuck for over a minute at least on that one section, so that was not fun. And so this is where I'm finally turning, oops, you get to see the virtual console menu quickly. This is where I'm turning back on the ice beam. Batoon here takes 10 super missiles or 10 charged ice wave phaser shots. So you can actually kill him really quickly if you place yourself well and fire super missiles, but I'm not that good, so I usually just conserve my ammo and go for the charged phaser shots. However, I haven't been doing exactly the best job with that. That was actually really good. Okay, so that was actually a really good series right there. I think I got like 4 or 5 in a single one, which is pretty impressive. What we're gonna do right here is get this energy tank from the wrong side just by morphing midair, because it's faster than going through the maze from the other side. And then now we're gonna freeze all these guys, get them out of our way, and speed boost across this. So we are on our way to take on Draygon here. This room, I used to hate this room when I was younger. Now that I know how to like wall jump and do all this stuff more efficiently, I don't hate it as much. And also you don't need the grapple beam at all. Alright, there's a missile hidden right here. Also, none of those spikes are actually real for whatever reason. I don't... Well, okay, I know why they did it for the left series. They could have made the right ones real. The left ones are hiding the entrance to Draygon's room. Alright, there are a number of different ways you can beat this boss. I'm going to be beating it the conventional way. There is a strategy that you can use where if you unlock these things on the wall, then you can actually latch onto them with the grapple beam and just sap your health and Draygon's health at the same time. But we're just going to go with the conventional method because we have a lot of ammo to afford to. So it's going for a lot of attacks here. The one that we really want is for him, or her, I don't know. Wow. Do you want to do that one attack? Apparently not. There we go. This attack where it sprays these blobs of goo, because then you can basically... I did not kill it off yet. Okay, well, we got close enough. But basically when it does that attack, you can just spam missiles to get through it, and then... once it stops doing that, you can start using super missiles and you can kill it basically off of one of those rounds. So it's pretty fast, like about as fast as using the HP draining technique, but it doesn't drain your HP at all. So now we have the space jump, which is really nice. We're going to be able to jump around. Although you'll see me still using wall jumps because you get a speed boost vertically off of doing a wall jump. So it is actually faster to wall jump than it is to space jump up something when possible. So what we're going to be doing here, we're not going to be heading straight for the plasma beam. And this is part of the really clever part of this routing. Oh, whoa, that was cool. I don't think I've ever done that quite that well before. We're going to fall through this section here. It puts you out in that one giant room with all the snails in it. And the reason we want to do that is because there are two rooms that you have to get out of my way. By falling, you know, through the goop here. And there's no other way to get to them, so you have to go to both of them. And so the fastest way to do it is actually to fall down. We're going to take the elevator back up, get the plasma beam, and then go down the other one as we exit Maridia. This one has a missile and a power bomb expansion in it. The other one has another missile and a reserve tank. It's the third reserve tank. The exit is here. Oops. I actually went over the exit. There's like a block on the very right side that is not the exit. If you get the unmorph in time, you can turn around, which I was trying to do. Then you can actually recoil jump off of that thing that the enemy shoots at you, but it's not easy to do. So this room, not my favorite. Please tell me I got it in time. Okay, that was cutting it close. So you can't destroy these blocks at all. You have to wait for this guy to destroy them, and you can see how fast he moves. So what I like to do to pass the time is just kind of sit on top of the blocks he makes and narrowly avoid getting hit by his arms. Because the gears or drills or whatever at the end will damage you. See? There you go. Case in point. But yeah, it's just kind of slow. There's nothing you can do to speed it up. And completely out of the way here is the spring ball. Not required by any means. It's not really going to save us all that much time either. But, you know, we're getting 100%, so we have to get it. Okay, can I not hit my head on the ceiling? Or, you know, hit my morph ball on the ceiling. So now that we're done with that leg, we're taking the elevator up. Once we get to the other side, of course. Oops. Oh, completely unintentional. But I'll take it. Alright. That was actually pretty good for that room. Oops. Accidentally fired a missile. So if you enter this elevator in certain ways, either you can get a certain sound effect to loop, like if you're doing a spinning jump, or you can get parts of like Samus's arm cannon to stick out of it. I didn't get any to happen there, and unfortunately we're only going through the elevator once, so we won't be getting another chance to try it again. But fun little things that you can do. It doesn't change anything in the game at all. It's not really a glitch, but it's a fun little tidbit. And now we're finally getting the plasma beam. Plasma beam cuts through multiple enemies, which is really useful. Plus the charge wave plasma combo. Oh, these guys are immune to charge shots? Huh. Interesting. But, wait, did I seriously not kill the one at the bottom? Alright, well that wasted a little bit of time, but the charged wave spacer ice combo does 450 damage, which is a lot. So you'll be seeing me use that a lot against Ridley. Well, see, I have so much ammo that I could afford. Oops, I'm going the wrong way. You're going the wrong way. Yeah, the final lap. Oh man, I wish Nintendo would make another F-Zero game. Alright, so now we're headed back through this area. This door does not unlock until after you've beaten Draygon. The reason we're doing this is so that we can get to that other room that I was talking about earlier. So these guys, I believe, will always drop super missiles. So if you need super missiles, which you really don't at this point in this run, then that's where you can get them. Speed boosting through this area again. Now, it's actually a little bit faster if you morph and then try unmorph and then morph again in that section. Whenever you morph, the game actually pushes you down a little bit. So it's a little thing you can speed up, those areas by a little. Getting hit also actually boosts you down, so that's another thing you can do. Again, this is one of those things that's a lot more efficient in TASs. Oops. Okay. There we go. Here's the reserve tank, and these will actually be the last two items in Maridia. So once we get these two, we're done with this area of the game. So really the only major areas that we have left to get items from are Norfair, and particularly Lower Norfair, and then there's a few left in Brinstar and Criteria that we have not yet gotten. Okay, I think I hit that corner. Yep. Same thing with this room, actually. If you can unmorph fast enough, you can recoil jump off of those. And we're out of here. So this is one way that you can exit Maridia. This is the fastest way, to exit basically in any run of the game. Got ourselves a little quick elevator there. And we are on to Norfair. And we actually cleaned out most of Upper Norfair. A lot of the work that we have left to do is in Lower Norfair. The reason I'm going this way is because there's an expansion along this path that I did not get last time. Because we can actually get it now on the way to Lower North Ridley. Oops. Okay, well I screwed that up. Wall jumping time. So there's a missile hidden up on this wall. This entire room is actually composed of pitfall blocks, so you have to basically freeze those enemies in order to get up, unless you just wall jump. Wall jumping is honestly easier. Now, if you actually do that just right, you can maintain your speed through here and just space jump through this section. It looks really cool, but it's not easy to do. So we'll do the energy recharge glitch here. And we are about to head into Lower North Area. Definitely one of the more stressful parts of any percent in this game. Just because everything does so much damage, you don't have a lot of health. 100% though, we don't really care that much. So what's interesting is that we can't actually run while we're in lava like this, so. And here we are. There's a save point off to the left, but who uses save points? I mean, come on. And one thing I have not actually complimented yet is Super Metroid soundtrack, which I probably take for granted whenever I'm playing because I play it so often, but it's good. It's great things. A number of the tracks come back in future games, like this track was used for Magma Caverns in Metroid Prime. The Red Brinstar theme was used again in Metroid Prime 2, in the lower area of Torvus Bog. So, Super Metroid definitely spawned a lot of timeless classics for the Metroid series. So we're just gonna power bomb, take care of these. They're just normal bomb blocks, but they're faster to take out with power bombs. Okay, so this room right here, another thing that I don't like the developers for, because there are pitfall blocks right there. And the ceiling isn't very high, so it's pretty easy to hit your head on the ceiling, fall down, and then you have to do this entire loop again, which I don't like. So Golden Chorizo here, similar to his other counterpart. If you get into the right position right here and just fire up, you can actually just not get hit at all with this fight. Getting into that position can be a bit tricky. Oops. Alright, I guess I'll collect the stuff, then get the super missile. But not really that hard of a fight as long as you have the plasma beam in your arsenal. There's actually a fun debug thing. It's not really a glitch, but if you hold certain buttons going into the Golden Chorizo room there, you will actually get a lot of power-ups and energy tanks and stuff. I think it was intended as a developer debug, and it's just still in the game, so I don't really need to do it since I have plenty of stuff already. But for beating Golden Chorizo, we get the screw attack, which is going to make Lower North Area a lot easier. So we hit this. You can actually hit that gate from the wrong side, so it's possible to get the screw attack without facing Golden Chorizo at all. So if you want the screw attack but you don't feel like facing Chorizo, like if you're not going for 100%, then that is definitely faster than going through the other side of the loop. However, we needed to go through the other side because of that one missile expansion before the pitfall blocks that we can't get any other way. So this missile expansion, there's also pitfall blocks from this area to the area below, but you don't need to take them because, again, it's just slower. So if you just go back up here, then you'll be at the top of this room instead of having to go through that loop again. Alright, this room. This big room filled with rising acid. Now, there are two main ways to tackle this room. Either you can keep a space jump going and just try to stay as high as you can. Or you can just fall to the ground and then start jumping up. Alright, so fun little trick that you can do is you're actually invulnerable when you're firing the plasma beam when you're going through enemies. So, I think I did that, yeah, just a little bit too high. But it's a trick that is used in the any % run to get through enemies like that without taking damage. It's also faster. Of course, we could just screw attack them since we have it, but I figured I'd show it off because otherwise, you know, it's not really going to come up and be that important to the run. There's a power bomb here to the left. Oops. So I was trying to do a thing where I turn around right before picking up the item, but as you can see, I messed it up. I've been trying to keep these at around 20 minutes an episode, but we're at a pretty good stopping point soon. So I'm just gonna get to that point, and then we'll cut out. For those of you who have played this game before, know what's coming up. And so we're all good on health. I think we might be all good on super missiles. I'm gonna just do a double check by killing some of the enemies here. Of course, that's after I lose health, so they're giving me health. Yeah, it doesn't look... Oh, okay. I think I have 40 then. Yeah, that must be it. Well, I don't need to sit here and farm a lot of energy or ammo or anything. We'll be perfectly fine. So, in the next episode, we'll be taking on Ridley. So thank you very much for watching. I've been redxparasite, signing out.